I said it's up. Make sure you put it on your TV.
Okay. Alright.
And if you have questions, type in the chat and ask me things. Okay.
Okay.
Hot pocket is hot. Hot, 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 hot. Why you no go in? Alright, so first things first, we are going to do a couple of no evidence runs. Gotta make sure it's all good. Ooh, turn that down. No evidence given. Cool. Is that 9? 7. Alright.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Alright, so first things first.
Go see yourself.
If you ignore all this first, you can go straight over to it. Open the door. And that's going to allow the ghost to actually start using its stuff so we can find it easier. Now there is 0 evidence whatsoever. So the first thing we want to do is find the ghost, which we can already see where it's at, I believe. Okay, I lied. So it's gonna, the fuse box is gonna be in the basement. The one thing we have to have up at all times is our sanity. but it's okay if we lose a little bit, because that's just going to make the ghost a little more active. So once we find the ghost room, let's find it really quick. Okay, so it's not going to be in here. It's not going to be in here. Get to shut these back off. We got the bone right here, which is good. Oh. Okay, so it's in one of these back rooms over here. Which I'm pretty sure it's going to be in this room here. But let's wait for the interaction again. Okay. So that was in the basement, and what that noise was the fuse box. Or maybe it wasn't the fuse box. I'm so sorry. It would have been in the garage. It would have been the lockers over here. Right here. So first things first. Turn this light on. Turn this one off. And let's see if we can hear it again. The purpose of the bone? The purpose of the bone is simply put just for alright. But the purpose of the bone is just for perfect investigations. So now that we know where the room is, we can do a little bit of experimenting. So it stepped in the salt already, so we already know that it's not going to be a wraith. So another thing we could do is we could take these and it appears to have shut off the breaker, so it's not a djinn. A djinn can't use its ability when the lights are on, and since the lights are all off, the only thing it could have done is turned off the breaker. So now before we use these, we don't need that no more. So before we use those, what we're going to do is grab a crucifix. Excuse me. And we're doing the Onryo test. Excuse me. So we grab the crucifix and our trusty camera here, and we might as well grab this to check for dots, so we can knock out 2 of them. If we see dots, then it's a mimic. But we have 22 more ghosts to find to see if that's what the ghost was. So we can take the pictures for the perfect evidences as well. So let's check for orbs, which I do not see, but it could be behind the van as well. No? You can tell it's in this room just because of one thing, our breath. So now that we have these lit, what we can do is do our Onryo test. And for those who don't know, the Onryo and the firelights, it basically counts itself as a crucifix. So it won't hunt until it blows out these candles. And if it blows out all three of these candles pretty consecutively and hunts within 6 seconds, then it's an Onryo. Which so far it's not blowing out the candles, but there's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But just from that right there, and it still hasn't hunted, we can already know that it is not going to be a Onryo. So that's pretty nifty. So we have crossed out 3 different ghost types. We don't see orbs, so it's not going to be a mimic. I guess I forgot to grab the key. Whatever. What's going on to everybody else that's sitting here and watching it? Hope you guys learned something here. The next thing that we could listen for is right here, which is the parabolic microphone, but we'll do that a little bit later. Some of the other evidence is, what is this? It's all running away. Some of the other things that we have to do is get it with the parabolic mic and cleanse the area near the ghost with an incense, which is these right here. These are tier 1. We really should be carrying it just in case, but our sanity is still at 90%. Another thing we could do is cross off the poltergeist thing right here by simply just using the putting a pile down and waiting. So we're also going to grab this other crucifix to place it further back, just in case the ghost isn't right there up front and we don't want to accidentally get hunted while we are still trying to dumb it down. So a lot of these are going to have to do with how the ghost is hunting. There is almost no hiding spots. Okay, that was just crazy luck right there. So the one thing, keep this on. We're going to put this one here, and we are going to put this one kind of in the back. It did touch this door, so if we're quick, we can grab our camera here and take a picture of the door, and that should count as an interaction, which it is. So the next thing we're going to do is a poltergeist pile. And if you don't know what a poltergeist pile is, you just throw a whole bunch of items in a giant pile, and the poltergeist has a ability where it can throw all of it at once. So that is exactly what we're going to do here. We don't have to be in here to see it though, because obviously if we're sitting here and we leave to go grab something out of the truck and this whole thing is just scattered about, then it's already proven right there. So now we just have to sit here and wait for it and see if that does the trick. Another thing that you can use to dumb down the ghost is by the events that happens. But since we are at 90% sanity, odds are we're not really going to get one at the moment. See, it's still throwing items around, but that could also be coming from the stream itself. So while we wait on that to explode, see, I know that wasn't from... Oh! Did you see that? So right there, the light just instantly switched off. And because of that, we can tell exactly what that is just because of that right there. That extra noise in the background was from the clip I just took. But the mirror itself has an ability where if you turn on the light, it will immediately turn it back off, which is exactly what just happened there. Bam, bam, it's gone. and we turn it back on to see if that's what it could have been, and that's the mare's ability, so we can already tell you that that is a mare. Now we could go for the perfect game, but we don't really need to. So make sure you got it circled, and then right there is that one game.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
And it's an easy $2,000. 2,000 XP as well. And we can just keep leveling ourselves up and keep doing all this extra stuff. Make sure that everything is as it should be. We want everything to be as high as we can, which it is now. Cool beans. So let's get back into it and do another one.
Alright, we're here.
Alright, so here we are back into it. I forgot to put these on the last time, but that's okay. We're gonna grab this instance right away, just in case it could be a demon.
Summoned here. Take a look. You may be able to use
Some of the, one of the demon's abilities is that it can hunt you as soon as you walk into the base, or well, the house anyway. Let's see what our objectives is. Average sanity below 25%, get a paranormal with the EMF, have a member escape the hunt. All of those are pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. We can even use this right here and walk around with it, and we can figure out what the ghost room is just by the temperature. So that could be really big handy. Like, it's pretty nice. So first things first, let's turn on these lights to keep our sanity from dropping. And then we're going to test the rooms. We got 20 in here. Okay, and it shut off the breaker already. So we can tell from that right there that it's not going to be a djinn, because a djinn, again, cannot shut off the power. We got the EMF right there on it. In this map you can have up to 10 lights on, I believe. Check this room again. It's only 19 in here. It is 15 in here. The living room is going to be 18.6. The master bedroom is going to be 21, so it's definitely not going to be in there. It is 22 in here, so it's not going to be in this room. How about in the bathroom? 19.9. It is 21 in this room. Oh. It actually threw something, so that is our giveaway to where the ghost is going to be. We just have to figure out which room it came from. Not in here. You can tell where the ghost room is going to be just because it moved something. I'm not going to move anything in there. Everything looks in order in here. Okay, so odds are it's in the garage again. Which it is not, but it is throwing things. We got the voodoo doll. This room needs to be completely closed off. It is definitely somewhere around excuse me. I'm waiting for a door interaction so we could really tell where it's going to be at. I want to say it's going to be in one of these rooms, but everything is in order in here. So it could just be in the basement, because that is the one room I haven't been looking in. Which it doesn't look like anything's amiss either. Boots are still in order. Spray cans are all fine. Could be in the kitchen here. Which it's not. Maybe? Actually. But I don't see anything on the floor, nothing really amiss. Except for a plate that I think is missing. It's around somewhere. Didn't I shut this off? Things inside of cabinets can also be thrown around. Oh, boner. What was that? Thought I seen my breath in here for a second. Which I did not. Let's check basement temps. 21. So far the coldest room that I have seen is this one right here. Okay, so this is the room that it is in. It's 5 degrees in here. I can see my breath now as well. So we'll shut this light off because then the ghost will be a little bit more active. And then we'll start our tests again. So we'll grab salt, we'll grab 2 of them, and a crucifix. But I have a sneaking suspicion that what we're dealing with is a shade. See, that's what I kept hearing moving around. I bet you anything. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is put salt here, that's empty. Put salt here, and then we'll wait for that. And it walked through the salt. And from the way it's looking, oh. There's a chance it could be another mare just because it's, oh. It was almost invisible. Damn. See, right there is almost a guaranteed way to tell you right then and there that that is almost guaranteed to be a EMF 5. So we can mark that even though we don't have it. So it's not a wraith, obviously. But it could be any one of these. It's not going to be a shade because we were in the room when it did that ghost event. And right here you could also tell we have 60% sanity, which is not what we want quite yet. We want to make sure we get our ghost right first. It's not really an aggressive ghost. So let's go ahead and try for the Onryo. And once more, it has turned off the breaker. But more familiar people that know this map quite well can they can just tell you immediately, like, you know, it's important to learn where you are, what room you're in. And it's important to know these too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place these kind of like in a cone pattern. See how that immediately spiked as well? It's still throwing it over there. What's up, buddy? Oh, nice. Now we're gonna sit here and watch and wait. I'm gonna grab my lucky potato. It's got a face. There's one. What helped me rule out a wraith? It's stepped in the salt. A wraith cannot step in salt. And because these candles are also not being blown out fast enough, odds are it is not going to be an Onryo either. But we have all these other ones here that we can still be using. It can't be a Jinn because it shut off the breaker like 6 times as well. See, that's EMF 5. We'll try this for miling. Grab the smudge stick just in case. And we're also going to grab the camera here to look for dots. It is indeed touching doors, and those candles are still on, which is a good sign that that is not Onryo. No dots, or not dots, but ghost orbs either. Turn on the wrong one. So it's not going to be that. But we can do this. Mylings will talk into the mic way more often. And Onis are super visible. Which it's not really saying anything into the mic. So odds are it is not a Myling. I don't think it's the twins either, because the twins... Okay, there's that. But it still took a lot longer than you would think. Flickering lights. These candles last for 3 minutes apiece. Yeah, and it's still not very talkative through it, so we can probably just go ahead and rule that one out. And we could rule out ghost orbs, but since there's also no evidence, it's not really gonna be there anyway. So it's between these 4, and a lot of times the only way we're gonna get these is by the hunts, except for spirit. There's one way to test for a spirit. Give me 1 second so I can load up a online timer. So the one thing that I'm about to do is look for a spot to camp out for a second. So the spirit can't hunt for 3 minutes after you smudge it. But because of its tendency to throw things, I don't want to say it's I don't want to say it's that. But what we can do is this. We'll take out the cruci, stick it in here, and we'll grab things that we can throw on the ground. So this way we could hear whether or not it's a fast ghost or a normal speed ghost. Things that are on give it way more of a tendency to beride you. They'll get fast around things that are on, like electronics that are on. Stop that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut these lights off. And we're gonna go grab the voodoo doll. And what we're gonna do is trigger a cursed hunt. And we're gonna sit here and listen first before we make any kind of engagements to it. But I do want to leave a couple of these on, just because, like, if it's fast in here, then once it hits this dark area, it slows down, and that's going to be a good indication that it is a Raiju. So let's go ahead and get this cursed hunt. We can still get... No, we cannot. Okay. Better make sure my mic is off. Yeah. Otherwise, that'll kill you. So that's normal speed. All the way, so it's not going to be a Raiju. Cool beans. So there's that, but we could also sit there in that same spot and wait and see if the ghost continues to hunt out of that same room, because then that would be a straight Goryo. But for now, we're going to go turn on the turn on these lights again. We're going to wait for it to hunt. And then we're going to watch and see what happens. If we can clearly see the ghost at all times, excuse me, then we know what it is. Hold on, I was not prepared for that. Probably shouldn't have wasted the second one. I really should go grab another one just in case, but I think I'll be fine. Hopefully it just doesn't spawn on top of me, because that sucks when that happens. Should hunt really soon. Whoa! So, that's an Oni.
Hi, baby boy.
That's an Oni. Because you can see it. We're all the way out here, and you can still see it. Onis are the only ghosts that are super visible during, like, anything. So, we got that one down.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Boom. 2 for 2.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. Nothing to report, but it looks like whoever was here left in a hurry.
Do bam bop. Boom.
Oh, baby, you want to come here?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's in here.
Come, come. He was trying so hard to open the door. Come on, baby.
Nothing's amiss in here, though. I want to say it's in here, though. Doing a lot of interactions, though. So it's probably going to be like a Thay or something. Alright, that was a pretty strong throw, dude. Okay, I walked in the salt. No wraith. That could be the twins. I'm leaning towards twins here. We already know it did that, and then we already checked for dots, which we didn't see, so no mimic. Gotta see which way it's moving. A lot of people don't use this, but you should. So you put one here, and then put one like kind of here-ish, and you can see where the ghost is going to be moving through. But it could be a poltergeist with how much it's throwing. Shoot. Put a bunch of stuff together for the Pulte test. Not the ball won't do much. Then we'll go grab the candles for the Onryo test. Is everybody picking up these pieces? Okay. Which it was out here for some reason. Which don't make no damn sense. You bastard. No. Don't you laugh at me. It turned off the breaker and then turned it back on. I want to say it's moved rooms. Because both those events happened out here. All these events draining your sanity. Don't need this quite yet. I am gonna need this to put out in the living room. I think it's switched rooms like I said. There's some evidences I'm pretty sure you can get on here. Like if it's a deal, it like makes a weird sound in it. So it's not gonna be an Onryo either. Double tapping doors. Where are you? So we're just gonna sit in here and watch and wait. Probably gonna be a Yuri. It's not a poltergeist, it's not fucking with that at all. Stop that. Made me shit myself for a second. So that there's probably a good sign that we could do this. Mark it down. I'm gonna assume it's the twins. does keep messing with the door. It's also patient 7, which scares me. But it's walking in and out, so it's a very roaming ghost, so it's probably not going to be a Goryo. It's definitely not going to be a Shade. Could be an Oni again. There's the cursed box here, which we could use, but before we do that, I want to grab some incense sticks just to be sure, because it's going to be a very long hunt. See, it just came in here and walked that way, and it's only blowing out one candle. It could in fact still be a Raiju though. So we're gonna leave that there and have it turned on, so this way we can hear it speed up. Then let's grab these. We're gonna use the music box, and we're gonna sit there and watch for a second and see what happens, because the Obake will shapeshift into another form. Raijus are super fast. It turned off the fucking breaker again, which means that it wandered all the way into the basement. If it is a Raiju, I am royally fucked. Normal speed. Its fucking back is broken. Okay, it was super visible. We could track it that entire time. So that there once again tells me that this is an Oni. Woohoo!
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Almost 3,000. And we're going to go back into our equipment and buy a couple extra things really quick. Like the $500 lighter and tier 2 incense. Which is super cool. But that was just some of the abilities. Obviously we're not going to get through every single one of the ghosts. Playing with other people can be kind of tricky sometimes. So I kind of choose to... I play with them, but I also choose to stay away from them a lot. I appreciate all three of you guys staying in here and watching. Makes me feel good. But I kind of mess with Tanglewood. It's the easiest map that there is. So let's grab this like we normally do. Actually, we're gonna put this back. We're gonna go open the door, and then we're gonna walk back to give the ghost like a lot of time. Because as soon as that door opens, the ghost starts doing things. Grab these objects. Oh, wait. I shouldn't grab the camera just yet. I was super confused for a second there. Hasn't been the mirror in a while, so it's gonna be in the garage as well. Does it just mess with this door here? And luckily for us, that's not where the breaker is. So let's look for ghost orbs, because ghost orbs will give away a mimic. Nope. Not a one. Which works for me. I don't really mind. I'm kind of glad I haven't really been getting any super fast ghosts either. We'll come back and check on that salt in a second. It just opened the breaker? Or the locker, okay. They sound similar, okay. They sound similar. Grab this, one more of these, and then we'll grab the camera. And it did indeed step through the salt, and it's in this area somewhere, so. Cool beans. Grab this, and a lighter.
Does that look like my color? This is. Does this look like my color?
Yes. Then we're. It's just an event, but it broke the lights. It's not like I was using them in here anyway. Which kind of makes me want to throw out Mare. But I'm not quite sure yet. Take the picture. All three. Nice. And then try to hunt. Which all. Oh, okay. So that little airball event tells you that it's not an Oni. Thankfully, because we've already ran into plenty of those. It's not a mimic. It's not a wraith. And it's not an Onryo either. Want to say it's a mare because it broke those lights, but a lot of the ghost events will break lights, so kind of can't put that out there just yet. So check our sanity. 70. We got 2, 4, 5, 7 pictures. Let's see, another test. We could go to the myling. And we could also grab this other salt. Grab this for when it hunts. Yeah, we're at 78. Okay, sounds like it moved rooms. Here's a bone.
A one-man force for perseverance. Have you got fed today, not Doris. Balthazar? You have not eaten? Are you hungry?
Mayhap.
Mayhap.
Not hearing any ghosts speaking. Which means it's probably not a mile away. Gonna have to bring in a thermometer right quick.
You want pizza? I have pumpkin.
Pretty sure last time I looked in there, everything I cleaned out earlier today was not too bad.
I don't know if it's in here. Okay, so it's in this room now. Okay. So, sitting here playing phasmophobia, next thing I know the door flies open.
What?
Sitting here playing phasmophobia, next thing I know, the door fucking flings wide open.
That door was shut properly.
They following me. It's a banshee. It's teleporting. No, I'm just playing. So, throw that up in there. It's not talking whatsoever in that, which makes me think that it's not going to be a Moroi or a Myling.
Bitch, get back up on it again. I'm gonna smack the snot at you.
Grab some other things really quickly. We'll see this. This will come in handy. Then we'll grab a couple of these. And this just because it has a... Oh. It's not the one I thought it was. I'm gonna look for the cursed object really quick. It's probably in the basement. Unless it's cards? Nope. It's not paw. There it goes with the lights again. Okay, well this could be helpful actually. So what we can do with this, toss that there, grab this. It's going to tank our sanity. Oh, it is fast and it's probably a Raiju. You can hear because of how fast it picks up speed when it's around things that are on. Because it's slow down there. So it's most likely a Raiju. I thought I just hunted a second time. I was like, well. That's most likely a Raiju because it got fast around the electronics. And then it was slow downstairs. So it couldn't have been a Hansu. Apparently it didn't even see me at all.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
What?
Bitch, the way it broke on me, I'm so pissed off.
I will do one of the, or a couple, before I end this. I'm going to do a
Welcome
couple
back.
multiplayer
I've
ones
prepared
just
some
to
jobs
show
for you.
the
I've gathered
a
a
lot
list
of
of
the
other
ways other
hunters
people
asking
do it.
for help.
So we gonna shut off this right here. And then we're gonna join this guy. Okay, or not.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Join this dude. Hello?
Hello.
What's going on?
Pretty good. What is with your you're level 43?
143.
Yo, what's up?
Nothing much, just showing the stream how the game works.
Oh, okay. What map are we doing?
It doesn't matter to me. I'll just show you guys how these other people play.
Field?
Sure. Show you how some of these other people do these things.
Go to the room now! Let me have to tell you again, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Are we gonna do my stuff or your stuff?
No.
Either or, I don't really have too much, but I can put in what I got if that makes it better.
Go to your daddy. Go to your daddy.
Do you have tier 3 or?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell your ass more than fucking one time again.
So then I'll do my stuff.
Sounds good.
Is I have some tier 3.
Sounds good.
Alright, ready up.
Mainly just did like paid the cartoon, which was $4.30. Then I grabbed like the food and some
Is this Apocalypse?
Oh no, it's Nightmare.
With no sprint.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Because here seems to be linked to a cursed object.
Oh shit, didn't mean to use that.
This will help your investigation.
Yeah, I don't have the best stuff, but like, I'm still leveling up.
How does he have his flashlight on is my question.
Are you from the hood? Yeah. I took EMF, mic, and a flashlight.
None of it's working though. You see, I don't know why their flashlight's working. The only thing I can't outrun right now is gonna be a Dio.
Do we know what cursed possession we have?
I'm not sure, but my game is bugged, so this is all up to you guys.
Oh, what's wrong?
The flashlights aren't working.
There's orbs over here.
Where? Upstairs?
We're here. Downstairs.
It's probably a Banshee, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Alright.
As soon as that one dude came through the door, he got an EMF too. Like as soon as he walked in the door.
Yeah, I got an EMF as soon as I walked in. And a hunt happened, but almost immediately.
The only thing I could think of is if the ghost is here, it teleported to you as soon as you walked in the door.
Wow. I've never had that.
Yeah, it'll target one person and one person alone.
Oh, that
If it's a banshee. Is it a banshee?
That would be my assumption, because she walked in the door and she got EMF too.
I'm using my mic to hear. Okay, we got lights already flickering.
That doesn't mean much, it's just
I have
aesthetic.
no idea where this cursed possession is.
Is there a basement? Have you looked there? Oh, it's messing with
Yeah,
me.
it's not in the basement.
Maybe it's a cursed mirror. I haven't encountered that yet.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, it's a Banshee for sure, bro. It just spawned right in front of that boy.
Well, like,
What was that?
It just stood there in the hallway and just stared at us.
Yeah, I was trying to walk to it, but whoever it was looking at, it disappeared.
So, is it a garage ghost?
Why'd you close the door to me? That's scary.
we escape a ghost hunt. Wait, who's gotten all the smudge?
I got one.
Where is this cursed object?
It's probably a Ouija board, and it spawns in like this little closet room.
Yeah, it's not the Ouija board. I'm in there. Like, under a thing.
Yeah,
Not there.
it's hunting. You guys good? Somebody died. He has his thing on. Could be a yokai as well. See the way these guys are playing? They found the ghost room, but they're not setting up in the ghost room. They're looking for the cursed object versus the, like, just waiting and figuring out the ghost from its events. They're not trying to... They got all the candles in here, so you can't test for an Onryo. You got both of, one of them's got the parabolic.
You know where the mirror would be?
Mirror. It's upstairs. Same with the voodoo doll. I'm watching your screen. You're good. Can you open that door again? That is not a spot you should be in, my man. Yeah, so it's not a yokai. It came straight to him. My assumption would be a banshee. So it doesn't look like it's gonna... It's probably most likely one of the ghosts like that, but I'm just gonna assume banshee. And call it good. Because these guys aren't really playing for keeps. They're playing just to play, which I mean is okay.
Welcome back. Thanks for playing.
An Onryo.
But that's pretty much gonna be it for my stream today.
Welcome back.
I will be
I've
live
prepared some
tomorrow
jobs for you.
as well. So if you guys want to stop in tomorrow, you can. Make sure you drop that subscribe so you don't miss anything. Much appreciated.